the night of February 28th, 2020. At that time, I was the Chief Medical and Quality Officer for the organization, had been in my role for just a few months, and I received a call from Dr. Francis Rito, our Infection Control Medical Director, and he uttered 4 words to me, and the moments after that were a bit of a blur. The words were, "Are you sitting down?" And what was to follow, of course, was the announcement that we had 2 COVID-19 cases in the hospital.
So being one of the first places that really took care of a volume of patients who were ill with COVID was really difficult. And so we connected with hospitals really within the US, but also globally, to try to figure out what was going on. We took a lot of learnings as we went through things. We realized that we might make mistakes as we went through. The science was evolving, but we kept track of all of those lessons. We put them together, we shared them both informally and formally, and so really made thousands of connections.
The Pacific Northwest, in many ways, was at the forefront not only of clinical care, but of testing, vaccine trials, and of treatment trials for COVID. And I think it's something the people of the state of Washington can be very proud of.
During the pandemic, our community reached out to us to really support us during a time of need. And EvergreenHealth really sought to meet the moment and try to provide care for the folks in our community.
We all came together as a family. The nurses supported each other. Everybody was here patting each other on the back. You can still do this, you can still go. Take a break, giving hugs. The community was overwhelmingly responding to us by sending us food and sitting outside and had signs, the ICU rocks or the PCU rocks, or, thank you Evergreen for taking care of my mom or my dad or my brother. And to see the community rally around EvergreenHealth was really feeling like, even though we were frustrated and feeling like we couldn't do enough, that people were actually seeing you're doing everything you can. And there are some wins. There were some wins there.
It seems at times that oftentimes the clinicians, the nurses, the physicians that are at the bedside get a lot of credit, but it's really a lot of people behind the scenes that are doing an amazing amount of work. And they put themselves at risk just like everyone else did, day in and day out, whether it was our radiology techs, our environmental services, dietary. There's so many people that I couldn't name them all, but they really did amazing work and really came in and really stepped up. And I think it goes to show their professionalism and truly just a thank you for everything they did during all of this, for sure.
We were so appreciative of the trust that the community gave us, that we were not only going to deliver the best care possible, but we were going to do that with kindness and respect.
So as a community-owned hospital, we were here 5 years ago, we're here today, and we'll be here in the future. So no matter what comes up next, we'll continue to serve the community, and that's core to who we are and what we are at EvergreenHealth.
I think if anything, the pandemic has shown us that we should be here as a constant for our patients, and the way that we treat our patients from the beginning of the pandemic all the way through to now is unchanged, in the sense that we are here to do everything that we can and take our very best care of our patients.
Someday, history will judge what EvergreenHealth did to support this community. I think the answer will be, when it mattered most, EvergreenHealth was true to its mission of compassionate, non-negotiable, high-quality, safe care for our community. And with that in mind, I am excited to look to the future, whether it's response for future emergencies, future needs for the community, or healthcare delivery in general. I'm excited that Evergreen Healthcare will be here for our community.